another episode of Z-CarCulture. My name is Tino.
And I'm Kudzi.
And we've got something special here today. And first of all, I can't believe this is 26 years old. Can you believe it?
Yeah, and on the other hand, you're 26 and you look like someone's grandfather.
Nah. Nope. Out of the two of us, I think it's clear who aged better. I mean, come on.
I mean, clearly you need new specs because this thing, in all its dimensions, even the styling cues just looks...
I mean, yeah, for the most part, it has aged gracefully, and yeah, I'll give it that.
You give it that. So what can you tell us about this little sports car?
Well, there's something real special. I mean, there's a lot going for it. Firstly, it's a convertible. We're trying to change shading. Didn't know that. It's also mid-engine, which means that the engine is not at the front, nor is it at the back. It's in the middle, right behind the front seat. So that's also something quite unique. And there's a lot going for it. I mean, it's rear-wheel drive. This is a lot, and I'm so excited because we're going to be talking about everything there is to know about this car and more. So stick around for that. Okay, clearly this is a car, like many convertibles, looks best with the roof down. I guess the drawback with that is you can't really sneak around with your other girlfriend in this car, or someone is bound to notice.
Well, moving away from that promiscuous note, I think the Boxster has come a very long way image-wise. I say that not to take away from its great shape, because it's aged better on the outside more than the inside. It has a unique presence in traffic amongst the myriad of Japanese cars we see in town. And you're guaranteed to see a few eyeballs staring at you whenever you go for a drive.
Well, mainly because you're not driving another Honda Fit or Serena or Williams or any other Japanese car. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Toyota Williams somewhere around there. But in a sea of all that, you do stand out quite a bit because you're sitting quite low and you've got that nice sporty silhouette courtesy of the long hood, which is weird because it's a mid-engine car, and a nice sloping rear end.
Yes, it was funny to actually notice that when we saw it in person, because in pictures you can never get that to scale, but in person the car has a very low-slung and sleek appearance. So
our example today also came with some aftermarket wheels, which look fantastic. It gives an overall look of something that looks sporty and fun and is not intimidating on the road. Clearly, one is bound to have a great time when they jump into this car. Right, inside the Porsche Boxster, and first thing that you notice is the color. This is quite a distinctive color, and it really brings out, the personality of this car. It's quite a vibrant, quite a fun car. And inside, I thought it was going to be a lot more complicated, but it's actually quite simple, which is a good thing because it's not intimidating.
It's very focused.
As soon as you jump in, you know where everything is because it's like laid out logically, and it just first of all, for me it's not comfortable because I'm like really tall and my legs are like, there's no space for my legs.
Well, I mean, it's not everyone in the world who's going to complain about those are tall people problems.
Yeah.
So we can gloss over those.
Wow.
So maybe you can start on your side, tell us what's to your immediate left, and then we make it
okay
through.
I got a comfortable seat. I've got a nice feeling grab handle here, and I've got a speaker in front of me, and a vanity mirror here with the sun visor, and that's pretty much it. I don't see a glove compartment, but that's all I got.
Well, from the center console, you just have your simple climate control dials, like fan speed, temperature control, hot or cold, direction of the wind, where you want to blow it in your face, at your feet, stuff like that. Really basic stuff. And this car has an aftermarket radio, but there's nothing much compared to the cars we have nowadays. This is very minimalistic. Definitely. And we come down here to the gear knob or the shift knob. It's very short and it's got a goofy looking shape, if I'm honest.
But it looks chunky. I like it because it looks like
it feels nice and intuitive just to use it. And from there you have your window switches down here, which is a common thing with German cars from this era, because most of them didn't have the window controls or window switches at the doors. They're actually centralized. I picked that up from even like the old Mercedes.
Exactly.
Yeah, where you have switches in the middle.
Yeah.
And then you have your small glove. No, sorry, it's a. What do you call this? Center storage.
Center storage. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
Pretty decent.
And now, the business end. Well, in front of the driver, the most important dial is in the middle, and that's the rev counter to prove that this is a proper sports car, and it revs all the way up to 6.5, which is it's actually surprisingly low, if I'm honest, compared to where Porsches are nowadays.
True.
But still, it's enough. And then to the sides, you have your typical. To the left, you have a speedo, and to the right, you have your temp gauge and fuel gauge. This being a scaled down Porsche from the 911, it only has 3 dials. But if you recall, in 911s, you have like 5 dials.
Yeah.
So you have 2 extra dials at the very ends. But this, for the size of this car, it's perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I like this. Like design-wise, everything, materials. I think it's really good.
Yeah, it is. And I like how the red is contrasting with the silver on the outside.
Exactly.
So it's like the interior is just glowing. At least it's trying to stand out. I think from the interior side of things, I like the execution, and I like how this interior still feels and looks solid.
Definitely. And one last thing to mention, of course, is the roof, which is electric. If you are brave enough to
I would
deploy it today. No. But it's nice to know it's there.
Yes, it's nice to know.
So when it rains, you won't be caught out.
Yes.
But basically, that's it. Hey, now we need to go out for a drive because I really want to know what this car is like on the road.
Definitely.
So
Let's do that.
Right, driving impressions of the Porsche Boxster. This is a surreal moment because I can't stop smiling. This is so exciting.
Yes, it's very exciting. And as you can hear, the engine has this raspy tone, and there's so much character coming from the engine, from the open top experience. Feels light, the steering is direct, it's very analog.
Yeah, and I'm sure it does feel direct because of the mid-engine layout. So you've got weight distribution working in your favor because you don't have a huge lump of engine in front of you or hanging in the back. It's right in the middle.
Exactly. You can, if I'm honest, I'm not driving that fast, so I can't really tell you much about how that affects the handling of this thing. But I would imagine it's very different from what we're used to, right?
Yeah, definitely. And speaking as a passenger in terms of the way it feels, ride comfort and everything, I thought it would be a lot stiffer and crashier because of the fact that it's a sports car, but it actually feels quite comfortable. Like, it doesn't feel too harsh. The seat hugs you properly and nice, so when you go through those twisty corners, you're not bumping into your driver.
Being thrown around.
Exactly. It just feels nice.
Yes, exactly. The other thing is the gearbox is actually easy. It's not too, the gates are not too big, not too narrow. It just feels just about right. And the way the shifter is shaped makes it easier to just, throw it in there.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. I mean, I'm so jealous right now. I gave you the responsibility of driving just because if anything goes wrong, it's on you, not on me.
Listen to that.
Woo!
Wow. Okay, that's different.
It's no Honda Fit, I'll tell you that much.
Exactly.
It's anything but.
So this car is going for 26 years, and if I'm honest, I would have this over pretty much most of the cars that we've driven. Granted, this is the most sporty car we've had on the channel.
Yep, without a shadow of a doubt. This one is it. So, dude, I just want to have fun with this. I don't want to talk too much.
Okay, but I think we can just about round this up and give you our conclusion on this car. So I don't know, what do you think about it?
Okay, to conclude, this car is fun. If you can find it, buy one, enjoy it. If you're single, if you have a family, obviously that's not something you can consider. unless you want to put your kids in the boot. But apart from that, I mean, this is awesome. I mean, you get a lot of attention. So if you are that sort of guy, you are going to get a lot of attention. I mean, just when we were shooting the static shots for this car, we got a lot of people coming over saying nice car and all these other things. So you're going to get a lot of attention. So if you want that enjoys driving, the passion for driving, and enjoy everything that's involved with it, the manual shifter, the decent power, the lightweight, you can't go wrong with the Porsche Boxster. And this one is going for around 10K, 10 to 15K, depending on how much you want it.
Yes, I think I agree with you on pretty much everything, which is the first.
Yeah.
For me,
Porsche unites
common
people together.
Yes, it does. It's I like this car. I like it so much. I'm quite sad we're having to give it back to the owner.
Yeah, I just saw a couple of girls passing by and they looked at us. For the first time, they looked at us.
It's not us, it's the car.
Well,
but anyways, guys, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching, guys. I mean, this is the reason why we do this, and it's because of your support we're able to find cars like these to do reviews on. So stick around for more exciting cars coming in the future. A big thank you to the owner of this great example of a Porsche Boxster for giving us the opportunity to bond with this beloved roadster. If you're keen on this particular example, great news, it's actually for sale right now. Click the link in the description below for more details.
And as always, be sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the episode. If you want us to review your car, be sure to reach out via any of our social media handles at Z-CarCulture. Till the next time,
we out!